Every morning, the way you start shapes the rest of your day. If you wake up with no plan, just waiting to see what happens, you give away your strength. The truth is, the greatest men and women in history did not become great by accident. They built their lives one morning at a time. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, could have filled his mornings with noise and praise. Instead, he began each day by writing in a private journal. No one was meant to read it. He wrote to remind himself of what truly mattered, because he knew that clear thoughts in the morning gave him strength for the day ahead. Many years later, Benjamin Franklin, one of the wisest men of his age, asked himself one simple question each morning: what good shall I do this day? That small habit guided his choices, his work, and even his inventions. Now, imagine starting your mornings with that same kind of focus. No more wasted time. No more drifting without direction. Instead, calm, clear steps that move you forward. In a few moments, I'll show you how to build a morning practice so simple, yet so powerful, that it makes you just 1% better each day. 1% may seem small, but when repeated daily, it grows into real change. When the sun rises tomorrow, start with purpose, because once you master your mornings, you begin to master your life. 1. Wake up with purpose. Every morning when you open your eyes, you have a special choice to make. You can either let the day happen to you, or you can decide what your day will look like. Strong people don't just wake up and hope for the best. They wake up knowing exactly why they're getting out of bed and what they want to do. Before you even put your feet on the floor, ask yourself one simple question: what am I working toward today? What matters most to me right now? This might seem like a small thing, but it changes everything about how your day goes. Think about it this way. Most people wake up and just react to whatever happens. They let other people and events control their day. But when you wake up with a clear purpose, you take charge. You decide how things will go. You become the boss of your own day. Your morning is like the foundation of a house. If you build a weak foundation, everything on top of it will fall down. But if you build a strong foundation, nothing can knock it over. That's what waking up with purpose does. It gives you a strong foundation for everything else you'll do. Benjamin Franklin, one of America's smartest leaders, once said something very wise. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Franklin understood something powerful. He knew that how you start your morning decides how the rest of your day will go. When you wake up with a clear purpose, you're setting yourself up to win. Your morning sets the mood for your whole day. When you start with clarity and direction, you move through the day differently. You're not wandering around confused. You're walking towards something important. You know where you're going. Purpose doesn't have to be something huge or fancy. It can be as simple as deciding to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. Maybe you want to be kinder to people. Maybe you want to work harder at school. Maybe you want to help your family more. The important thing is that you make a clear decision about what you want to accomplish. This decision, this clear intention, is what separates people who keep growing from people who stay exactly the same. When you have purpose, you're not just existing. You're living with meaning. You're moving towards something better. Some mornings you might not feel like getting up. Some days you might want to stay in bed and avoid everything. But remember, feelings change all the time. Purpose stays the same. When you have a clear reason for getting up, it doesn't matter how you feel. You get up anyway because you know why it matters. So tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, take a moment to remember why you're here. Think about what you want to achieve. Think about who you want to become. Think about what's important to you. Let that purpose fill you up with energy and excitement. When you wake up with purpose, everything changes. You stop drifting through life and start directing it. You stop hoping things will work out and start making them work out. You become someone who creates good things instead of someone who just waits for good things to happen. 2. Start with gratitude. The moment you wake up, your mind starts thinking. Usually, it thinks about problems, worries, and everything that might go wrong today. This happens to everyone, but it's not helpful. What you think about first thing in the morning shapes how you feel for the rest of the day. The most powerful morning habit you can develop is gratitude. Before you think about what you don't have or what's wrong in your life, think about what's good. Take a moment to appreciate 3 simple things that you're thankful for. Maybe you're grateful for your health because your body works well. Maybe you're thankful for having a place to live that keeps you safe and warm. Maybe you appreciate the people in your life who care about you. These might seem like small things, but thinking about them changes how your brain works. When you start your day with gratitude, you train your mind to notice good things instead of bad things. It's like teaching your brain to look for treasure instead of trash. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to see the positive parts of life. Marcus Aurelius was a great leader in ancient Rome. Even though he had to make hard decisions and deal with many problems, he understood the power of gratitude. He said, "When you wake up in the morning, think about what a precious gift it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Marcus knew that being thankful for simple things made him stronger as a leader. Even though he ruled a huge empire, he never forgot to appreciate basic things like breathing and thinking. This gratitude gave him strength to handle difficult situations. Most people wake up thinking about what's missing from their lives. They focus on problems before they even get out of bed. They think about homework they don't want to do, chores they have to complete, or people they don't want to see. But grateful people start their day differently. They begin with strength. When you appreciate what you already have, something amazing happens. You realize that you have enough to begin. You have enough to work with. You have enough to be happy. Gratitude doesn't mean you ignore problems or pretend everything is perfect. It just means you refuse to let problems control how you think. Grateful people have more energy. They move through their day with confidence and peace. They face challenges with strength because they remember all the good things in their life. This doesn't happen by accident. It happens because they choose to focus on what's working instead of what's broken. When you appreciate what you have, you also become happier. Scientists have studied this and found that grateful people smile more, laugh more, and enjoy life more. They have better friendships because they notice and appreciate the good things their friends do. Starting your day with gratitude is like putting on special glasses that help you see clearly. These glasses help you notice beautiful things you might have missed. They help you see opportunities instead of obstacles. They help you find solutions instead of getting stuck on problems. So tomorrow morning, before you think about anything else, think of 3 things you're grateful for. Say them out loud or write them down. Feel thankful for them in your heart. This simple practice will change how you see the world and how you feel about your life. 3. Feed your mind with wisdom. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever seeds you plant in it will grow. If you plant bad seeds, you'll grow weeds. If you plant good seeds, you'll grow beautiful flowers and healthy vegetables. Every morning, you get to choose what seeds to plant in your mind. The best way to plant good seeds is to learn something new. You can read a few pages from a good book. You can listen to wise people talk about important topics. You can study the words and ideas of people who have achieved great things. This is how you grow your mind and become smarter. Most people wake up and immediately fill their minds with noise and nonsense. They listen to complaints, gossip, and negative talk. They fill their heads with information that doesn't help them grow or improve. But wise people are different. They carefully choose what goes into their mind. Socrates was a wise teacher in ancient Greece. He spent his life asking questions and helping people think more clearly. He said something very important. The unexamined life is not worth living. What Socrates meant was simple. If you never stop to learn and think about your life, you're just existing like an animal. You're not really living like a human being. When you feed your mind with good ideas every morning, you examine your life. You learn new things. You grow wiser. You become better at solving problems. This is what separates great people from ordinary people. Great people never stop learning. When you start your day with learning, you sharpen your thinking like sharpening a knife.